even bring up the YouTube page yet.
Oh,
That's
you
what
didn't
I was
do an
working on.
intro?
Well, here lately it's been a long delay, so it hasn't popped up yet. Since
Now
we're
I
live,
had it on mine screen saying
there
live
we go.
video.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, it's usually a different time than we usually do, but I think the later it's better now, especially summertime.
Oh yeah.
Your ratings will tell. We live 46, 47, 48 seconds.
Yeah, we did have 20 viewers and it dropped down to 5.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Well, we got Art Wildman, Nate Damper, What Life. Did I say him?
Yeah.
Okay, we got him twice in.
Little Lone Prepper. And there's another one from North Carolina, Jeff.
Who's that?
Little Lone Prepper.
Now, so I won't get in no trouble. Little lone prepper, male or female? You know how I am. I'll call them a male and they be female or vice versa.
We'll give it a couple more minutes. There's
I
Homestead Aquarius.
I just got my notification that we were live.
All right, let's see that. I ain't got no notifications. I got
Yeah.
commercials.
Oh, they're gonna make sure they stick those in there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we are. Oh.
Okay. Little Lone Prepper is a female.
Is she? Where's she? Oh, okay. I see now.
Female
Okay.
life.
Okay, guys, here we are. We're gonna get to know Keto Homestead with Jess. I wasn't prepared at all. I was sitting there messing with my phone trying to figure it out because usually I get your YouTube page and all that thing all set up and ready to go.
Mm-hmm. It's all right. I wasn't prepared either.
Did you do any work outside today?
Oh my goodness. A little bit, not too much. I got to relax today. We went over to a family members, and my husband, he mowed grass for 4 hours over there, and I picked mulberries for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And I said, nope, I'm done. I'm going back in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
My birds beat me to my mulberries.
You need to hang with them pie pans up in there, the cheap tinfoil ones that hang them in there.
The aluminum, I'll hang my shotgun up there.
Thank you, Cluck Bucket. Welcome to my family.
Hey, Ginger Ninja. Ragnar's in here. Be Charming. How you doing today, Be Charming? Tony from Our Cabin in the Woods. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself so everybody in chat knows that don't know who you are can get an idea of who you are.
All right. I'm Keto Homestead with Jess, and my channel is about keto, healthy living, and living off my homestead, raising animals and producing as much food as possible. So, and me and my husband's been working at this for about going on 12 years it'll be now. I am full strict keto, and he is on the sideline. He does it sometimes he doesn't. He's just a free bird, I guess. But yeah, I do a lot of intermittent fasting, long-term fasting, And that's basically what my channel is about.
Now, does he eat the non keto stuff in front of you?
Oh yeah, definitely. When I first started keto 10 years ago, it was really, really hard to cut carbs and all that stuff out. So
Yeah.
I went around to all the food in the house and I'd write the skull and crossbones and write poison on it. So every time I picked it up, I'd be like, nope, can't eat that. And he'd get so mad. He was like, quit doing that to our food. I'm like, no.
And she plays some good music too.
Oh yeah, I do Monday night resets where we all hang out and just sing and have fun. My viewers can pick the songs that they want to listen to, or if they don't feel like it, I'll pick songs and we just have a good time. Step
Yeah.
away from all the reality for a minute and just chill out.
Yep, you got to do that.
Thanks,
Definitely.
Ark Wildman.
And you got TNTV
Hey,
in the house.
Ken.
Hey, 10.
Hey, lady. Oh, wait a minute. Hey.
Yeah, I've been trying to cut down the sugar stuff and processed foods because they said I'm becoming a diabetic, so I don't want to go take more pills for that stuff.
Right. And that's
So-
that's what scared me into the keto thing is, you know, I was pre-diabetic. I was 296 pounds, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. And I'm like, yeah, that's not for me. I'm not doing insulin shots and stuff. So I started studying as
Yeah.
much as I could and learning how to do it properly. And believe me, it took me a long time. It wasn't an overnight thing. There was a lot of fails and crying and not understanding. But I finally got
Jess,
it. Huh?
if a person was to start out on keto who's never done it, does a person have to stay on keto, period, in order for it to work?
I honestly can't tell you that. I can only give you the experiences I have. I've never cheated. Like once I lost all my weight, I'm down to 150 now and I've never cheated. I've never went back. So I can't tell you that. With my husband, when he went strict keto, he lost 60 pounds. And as soon as he went back on the pop and the candy and ice cream and all that stuff, he gained it all back.
Okay.
But you have to realize too, he was only keto. I think he only did keto for like 6 months before he went back to everything. So
Really?
I'm not sure, like somebody like me that's done it for so many years. I'm not sure.
It would be rough.
Yeah.
Going,
And
'cause I was the first thing I did is cut out pop,
Mhm.
and I didn't have any. The first month I didn't have any cheat days. I ate real healthy. And then I said, "Oh, I'm going to go ahead and do a cheat day," and I got pizza, and soon as I ate it, it was heading to the bathroom.
Oh no. See, and that's what I deal with a lot of like anxiety and stuff. So I'm scared, like if I eat a piece of candy or, you know, with sugar, I still eat candy. Don't get me wrong. I eat dark chocolate and things like that with natural sugars in it. But if I was to go drink a soda pop or something like that, I think I would have like a massive panic attack. My heart would be palpitating.
Yeah, that's what happened. I went not too long ago and had what I thought was actual juice, but it wasn't. It was the flavored juice, which was sugar. And by the time I got home, I was like, just too much. It was too much of a sugar kick.
Yeah. See that fear. I'm like, okay, nope, I'm good.
Well, now, with you being on keto, and I know you do a lot of canning also, does that also interfere with everything? Because I know some things you have to put sugar in and other things you got to put salt in also.
Right. It does. It does interfere with it. Say like for jellies and jams and stuff like that, you have to use certain sweeteners. Like you can do stevia or monk fruit or whatever. I personally have only used stevia, and when you can with stevia, it makes everything really, really bitter. So
Oh,
I have learned instead of canning with it, I will can whatever recipe and make it keto. Like main stuff, I'll do berries is the thing that I'll can. And instead of canning it with the stevia, I'll can it. And then when I'm ready to eat it and I open it, then I'll add the stevia to it so it won't be bitter.
oh,
But the
Okay.
only reason I do that is because I'm on a limited income. So stevia is more, price,
it's
whatever.
expensive.
For me, it's easier for me to get stevia than it is to get other things that you could thicken with, which you could do erythritol and other things like that, but it's a higher price. So
What about coconut sugar? What
mm,
would that be under?
I'm not sure. I don't know what the index would be on coconut sugar for like your A1C1. I don't know if that would spike your insulin or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I seen somebody that they were the bad diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which one it was, but they used coconut sugar when they were doing jams. I don't know if it was they were doing it for them or somebody else, but because they
Well,
never really explained it.
right. And I don't know, like I've done the research specifically for me and what I like. And the reason I chose stevia as a sweetener is because stevia is a natural plant. You can grow stevia yourself and harvest it and use it. So that for me is more sustainable than trying to get like monk fruit sweetener or something.
Yeah.
I can produce the stevia and be fine with that.
Well, now I was fixing to ask you, could you use the sweetener like Sweet and Low or the other ones like that?
No.
That's bad stuff anyway.
That's
What?
all of that stuff is like man-made. It's all artificial.
Okay. Okay. Hello, Brook Home, Sweet Home, be charming.
What has been, since you've been on YouTube, what has been your favorite video that you've put out there?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. I don't know.
Her
Probably,
arguing with her husband.
yeah. I don't know. I think I would have to do the when he had cancer. I'm not sure if you guys seen that one or not, but he had cancer removed, and I got him all the natural remedies and medicines and stuff, and he had to take that. And there was probably, I don't know, 15 pills he had to take and a couple liquids he had to take.
Good Lord.
Watching that video was the funniest thing I ever seen. It was a good one.
Hello, Kicking It. I didn't even know he had cancer.
Mm-hmm. He's had cancer twice now. He's had kidney cancer, and then he's also had stomach cancer.
I figure it was your favorite one would have been the pranks.
Yeah, see, like any video that makes me laugh, like I guess torture of my husband.
It probably wouldn't be for him though.
I got a good prank for you, Jess. Wait till about nighttime. Go get you some clear tape and cover up the commode. So when he goes to use it.
Jeff, I'm the biggest prankster. I don't think there's a prank out there I haven't done on him. And the toilet is now off limit because the last time I pranked him, I put baby oil on the toilet and he kind of slid across the toilet and ripped something. So I'm no longer allowed to prank in the bathroom.
Tell him about the coffee.
Oh, which one? I've done so many coffee ones. I've put raisinettes in his coffee and he thought they were rat turds. And I put flies, like the fake plastic fly in his coffee and dumped it out and sucked the coffee off. And he's gagging. He has a very, very weak stomach. I've put soy sauce in his coffee pot. That was pretty bad.
Oh,
Hello, Miss
yeah.
Terry Christ. Ping pong balls in the cabinets. So when he opens them up.
That would be a good one. I've put honey on every handle in the house. So every time
Oh boy.
you grab the handle, you got honey. I love it.
Don't use the super glue.
Don't give her any ideas.
I put 1 year I put bouillon cubes in the shower head. The beef bouillon cubes. He couldn't figure out why he kept smelling beef.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He got me. Did you see the one he got me this past year though?
I don't think so.
It was horrible. I was on my channel live, and I had a panel. I think I had like 5 people up on my panel or something. And we were all talking about April Fools, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm sick of her getting me. She's not getting me this year, da 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 da." And I'm busy. It's like midnight. I'm busy. It's pitch black outside, and he sneaks out the back door.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see this white mask go by the window, and I'm like, "What is that?" It looks like a Yeti. We were talking about like Bigfoot and stuff that night, and I'm like, "It's a Yeti that just went across." They're a white Bigfoot, albino Bigfoot or something. And then there was a window that was sitting in front of me, and next thing I look up, and there's just this huge face in the window staring at me. I screamed so loud, I probably broke everybody's speakers on that live. I was like, all right, hands down, he won. I'm not doing April Fools. So I didn't do any April Fools on him last year. He got me good.
The worst prank that you can give somebody is letting them think you're going to prank them and not do nothing.
Yeah. Oh, he was on his toes. He was like, what's she going to do? What is she going to do?
That's where, because my birthday's April 1st, so I can do it all year round.
That's the best birthday. I would have loved it. My birthday's Christmas. It sucks.
Oh, well, it's a holiday.
I know, but you get gypped on Christmas.
Yeah, you don't know if you're getting birthday presents or Christmas presents.
No, my family just took all the presents together, and they're like, okay, this one's birthday, this one's Christmas. And then you can't have parties or anything growing up because everybody's doing their own Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. And it's not the same when you have to wait a week or two and then be like, oh, let's have a birthday party.
Oh, what life's birthday's tomorrow?
Yeah, I sees that. A happy early birthday. So
that's funny. That's tomorrow is mine and Barrett's 3rd year anniversary for being married.
Oh wow.
3 years.
3 years. I don't know how he survived me this long.
What has been your highest view video that you've done?
I think it's been I'm pretty sure it's how to can cream cheese.
I was going to say it's probably the cream cheese one.
Yeah. That was a really good one too. I really like that one. It's funny because like as a creator, a YouTube creator, you try to think of things new to come up with and videos to put out, and you're like, oh no, everybody knows how to do that, or nobody wants to watch that. And that was kind of like the cream cheese video. I'm like, nobody wants to can cream cheese, and that ended up being like one of my biggest ones. I'm like, wow.
It's usually the ones that you don't think you're going to do anything, or ones that you wish you could record over because they're really bad or something. They do real good.
Yeah. Hi, Harvest Mary Moon.
What?
Yeah, and plus there's been a shortage of cream cheese.
Right. I was just about to say that too. And I mean, still, locally in my town, they still have a limit on cream cheese. You can only get 2.
Yeah, same here, except for Walmart. They got the Walmart brand, which is icky stuff anyway.
There went my day. Walmart. I can't stand that place.
I wish they had another store. Well, they do. It's Bueller's, but
What?
Bueller's is very expensive
No,
unless you go in for deals.
I've never heard of that one. That's
me
local.
neither.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we did have Baker's IGA here, and then they closed down and took all their stock and went to Newcomerstown.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't get out much. I just stay in my little area.
we got Aldi's, but Aldi's was really bad. Our old manager, the old manager that was there, didn't have them clean or anything, and you would go through the produce and stuff, and there'd be creepy crawlers on them. Canned food, because you working in grocery stores, sometimes when stuff comes in, it gets spilt onto your cans and stuff, and you have to clean it. Well, if it doesn't get clean, then bad stuff will grow from it. And that's what happened a lot there. And I didn't shop there for the longest time, and they redid the store and got new management, and it's a lot better now.
Well, now down here in the South, if you get you some produce and they find a creepy crawler on it, they just charge you extra for it. But
Yep, extra protein.
there you go. What has been the best thing for you to can?
Ooh. I'll hands down always say green beans. I'm a green beans lover. Okay. I did 196 cans of green beans last year, and they're gone. Every bit of it.
Lord have mercy.
That was the first thing I canned was green beans.
I love my green beans.
First thing I canned was corn. I took it right off the cob. So, I've got green beans, tomatoes, corn. I even done some chicken, beef stew, and some other stuff like that.
You wait until that light comes on, don't you?
Oh, one minute. I told the wife I was going next time I go to the store, remind me the cat treats is in the box.
It's not the box.
I know. What is it?
Well, I'm not gonna show you because then I'll have all the cats in here. the little bags.
Ah, okay.
Because Misfit Markets, they put them in the cats know that box now. So anytime I bring it in there, they like follow me around until I do my unboxing.
Oh, cats can be good, then again they can be a pain.
So what kind of animals you got?
Oh, I got them all. I've got my cat, she just recently had kittens, so her kittens are I think they're 6 weeks old now. So I've got one cat and 3 kittens. I've got dogs. I have a Great Pyrenees. He's 2.5. And then I just acquired a Marama, and she's 9 weeks old now. I have chickens and ducks and turkeys and quail. I have hogs and I have cows. And now I have guineas.
Oh.
I think that's all I have.
So you got a whole farm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, have you named them?
My breeders get named, but the animals that are feeders, I do not name. So
Okay.
I always keep a 2 or 3 of a breeder. Like for instance, I'll have a boar and then I'll have 3 sows. So those ones will all be named, but all their babies will become food. So I don't name any of them.
Well, see, I can understand that. A lot of people can't.
Yeah. Well, and you have mishaps too. You know, sometimes things happen that are out of your control. And
Yeah.
like I've had a sow, and I had her for like 2.5 to 3 years, and I named her, and she'd sit like a dog. She'd roll over. She was my baby. I loved her, but it came to a point where she couldn't breed. She wouldn't breed. She just was unbreedable for whatever reason. And so we were shoveling feed into this hog that was, 300 pounds, that we couldn't continue to do that because she wasn't producing anything for us. So we had to go ahead and butcher her. And that was my first hog. And that was my first life lesson on naming animals.
Mm.
No, that was a really hard one.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday. I think there was a couple birthdays in the chat.
Yeah. What life's tomorrow?
Alan, happy birthday. I think Mary is today. I may be wrong with that one.
Do you can eggs for
I do.
pickled eggs?
Oh, I don't do pickled eggs.
Oh,
I can whole shelled on eggs.
or do you the spicy ones?
Nope, I don't do
Nope.
those.
No, not spicy ones.
This year, my husband's requesting some pickled beet eggs. So I'm going to try that for the first time, but I've never done it before. But typically when I can eggs, I do the whole shell on and everything. And yeah, it's a Rebel canning recipe. So don't do it unless you trust yourself.
Without really getting into it, how do you can eggs? I didn't think you could.
You just put them in.
Yeah, there they are. I was going to say,
the
pickled quail eggs are really good.
So I just put them in a jar, like a quart-sized jar, and I put a teaspoon of salt in there and pack them full as best as I can. Put the lid on, and I can it. That's it.
Okay.
Really simple, basic. It's just another way to preserve eggs, especially with the chickens here. I mean, I think I have like 70 chickens right now.
Good God.
The egg production is insane. Nobody's wanting to buy eggs in the area right now. So
why?
I don't know. I don't get it.
That doesn't make sense. Is the prices? I mean, not the icky Walmart things or the Aldi eggs, but the range.
Free
range.
Yeah, there it is. Free range eggs are like real expensive.
Right. So I don't know. I just gave up on it. I'm just like, whatever. If somebody contacts me, they want eggs, they can get them. If not, I just water glass them, can them, do whatever I can to preserve them in different methods. So I have backups. I always do 3 different things. I always try to have a backup to a backup.
Yeah. Now, do you ship eggs?
No.
Because if you do, I want 6 dozen.
No, I don't ship, unfortunately.
I know the needy homesteader. She sells her eggs, and she has to keep taking them out there every day because they sell out so fast.
Wow.
That's in Michigan, so
I think it really has to do with like the location I'm in, because I'm on a really, really curvy road and people are really scared of my driveway. So I think that has a big thing to do with it.
Yeah, and if there's a lot of people already have chickens and stuff in your area.
Right. And we do. I have like 2 neighbors, one on each side of me, not real close, but down the road. And they both do, they sell chickens too. And our little country store also takes their eggs and sells them. So.
Well, now, a while back ago, Daddy had some chickens, and he was selling their eggs right there in the store that he was running. They made him stop.
Oh.
You know, anything homegrown, he could not sell.
Wow.
But yet somebody come up and set up in the parking lot, they can sell all they want.
Oh yeah, because the health department and licensing and all that crap. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked into like the farmers markets and stuff around here so I could sell the eggs. And I mean, by the time I get all the licenses and inspections and everything done, it's not worth it. I would never make up the cost of all the licenses and stuff. And also they make you go through water testing to make sure you don't have like E. coli or anything like, and that's a $60 test right there. I'm like, forget it. I'll just sell my eggs as I told him. I said, is there any regulations on selling eggs as hatching eggs? And they're like, no. And I'm like, all right, well then, bye.
Yeah. The farmers market here, they don't allow eggs.
At
People
all.
will put a sign up saying fresh eggs, and then they said, well, where's the eggs? And you said, well, you have to go somewhere else to buy them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Hogwash. Everybody got to get their money.
There's so many regulations on that stuff now. Just like Massachusetts, you can't bring eggs into that state.
Huh?
Like they can't be shipped over there or anything. All it has to be grown in the state. Plus, you can't have so many chickens per foot or something like that. I forget what it was, but
that's crazy. The regulations they have on everything is just insane. That's just like, I know there's a lot of controversy on cow milk, raw cow milk, but
yeah,
we can't even sell that in Ohio.
Yeah.
Hello, Lake. Well, now you give me a dairy farm, I'll take my own tin cup down there and ask him. Yeah, I mean that's some of the best milk you'll drink, unless that cow ate an onion.
Which they do.
Yeah,
wild onions or wild garlic, whatever you want to call it, but you usually don't taste it.
There you go, Jess. You read what Harvest posted?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I have to try that.
Hey, Lake Fairy.
Have you ever tried kefir, Bushcraft or Jeff?
Some what?
Kefir?
I never heard of it. The only kefir I've heard of is my wife kefir her foot up my tail.
I thought that was going somewhere else. No, it's like they have kefir grains, and it's from the mountainous people. It's supposed to be like a very longevity drink. And what it is raw milk, and then they put kefir grains in it, and it makes it like a thick, it's almost like a drinkable yogurt.
Oh.
I don't know if I could deal with that.
Yeah, I know.
It's really,
doesn't sound
really
good.
You can like flavor it with whatever flavors you want. You can put fresh berries in it or whatever, but it's really good. I love it.
See, I got that mental image of like turning up a gallon of milk and all that clobber coming out.
Oh, yeah, that's not any good.
But
Lake, you're gonna hurt Ark Wildman's feelings. He was on here last week. Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading Watt Life's comment.
Oh, that ain't bad.
So how's your garden doing?
It's doing better. Did you watch
better? It's just putting this stuff out. It's got really hot here.
Yeah.
My cucumbers have got burned up. My tomatoes did, but they came back.
Thank goodness. Yeah, so last week we had that power outage here, and
Yeah.
that same night it flooded, and it was so bad. Everything, all of our crops, we had just put out, we've never done it before. This is our first year. We're going to try to grow our own livestock feed. So we put out a oat and corn field, and then we did the garden, and we had just finished everything, and we were underwater. Everything was
Oh, that
underwater.
sucks.
So
Mm.
that's to be continued.
Yeah, I
channel.
got lucky. I didn't lose power.
Ugh. It wasn't too
I
bad.
shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, but it wasn't too bad. At least like when we lost power, it was dark. So I'm
Yeah.
not like a big TV person. We usually work out from like 7:30 to 8 o'clock in the morning until 9:30 at night. So by the time we come into the house, it's dark anyways. I'm ready for bed. I'm worn out. So it wasn't too big of a deal. It's like waking up in the morning, waiting for those YouTube notifications and all that, then I'm like, ah.
Yeah, now it's there's other states that took over because we were the highest outages, but now it's Virginia. They're 105,000 people without electricity, and 65 in Pennsylvania, and 70,000 in California. So at least we're not the
right
top
now.
place there. Yeah, right now.
Darn.
Yes, Brooke, I was super sad too.
All that hard work right down the drain.
Yeah.
Yep. And like, I never realized how hard it was to broadcast seed by hand or plant corn by hand. By the end of those days, I was just like, no.
Oh yeah.
I'm like this. I'll go through. I'll make me a mound with a garden hoe. I'll come back through with a stick, make a hole, and just drop them and cover them up with my feet.
Yeah.
You know?
My grandpa, he had that big old bag, the feed or the seeds in there, and then it came down to a tip, and he'd just go. He was good. He just popcorn left and right because he had acres of garden.
Be charming. I am in Ohio. Yeah, I tried to do something like that, Bushcraft. It's been so hot here. I took off my tank top. I had a bathing suit under, but I took off the tank top and tied it up and tied it to like my belt loop and tried to make like a seed sack that way, I'm sure it looked ridiculous, but it was much better than trying to carry a 5-gallon bucket of seed.
Oh yeah. And my grandpa would tell me to start on the first row because it was already tilled and had the mounds and all that. All you had to do was put the seed in, and then the next step would be covering all up with the hoe all at one shot. And I'd be down there, hands and knees, plop, hands and knees, plop. And he's down there 10 rows by the time I get done to one. Oh, that's not fair.
Well, now, if y'all was to lose power, other than a flashlight, what would be one of the things that y'all would advise people to get?
I love my oil lamps. I always have oil lamps going when the power's out.
But
plus, there's a video of them making breakfast outside.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was starving that morning too. Isn't it funny, like when something like that happens, like the things you miss the most I don't know. For me, it was like breakfast. Like I was starving the next morning because I knew I couldn't use my stove. So,
you talking about that video you done on the tailgate of your pickup truck?
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of that.
Yeah, I convinced Barrett to go out there and cook me breakfast. I'm like, please, I'm starving.
Well, unless a person has been camping or has done something like that, they have no idea what you're missing.
Oh yeah.
It tastes a whole lot better.
Oh yeah, it does. And it always tastes better when somebody else makes it too.
Of course.
That video is cracking me up too, because I don't know if any of you noticed, but that was the first solo video that Barrett has ever done.
Yeah, he kept
so
looking
nervous.
at you to. Yeah.
I'm like, don't look at me. I'm not here. Pretend
What
I'm
do I
not
do? Do I go yet?
I've been trying to get my wife to get up about 4:30, 5 o'clock and make breakfast. She just looks at me and laughs. I didn't hear her laugh on that one.
Uh-oh.
Revenge.
What kind of videos you got planned coming up?
The update on the corn and the oats and the garden, of course. I'm thinking about doing one of the drone whatever you call it, overview of it instead of walking around, so you guys can see like the whole picture of everything. And then I have 3 new animals coming to the property, 3 different breeds of animals coming to the property. So I'm going to do updates of animals. I'm really excited because, like, whenever I purchase a new animal, I usually purchase it. I put like a deposit on it. So by the time I go to pick up the animal, everything's paid for. So that's how I'm able to save and do that. So I've got 3 different species of animals that I've paid on, and I'm just waiting to be weaned and all that, and then I can pick up. So then I'll be able to show you all new additions to the homestead.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, we're working on hog pens, so we'll be doing updates on that. Lots of videos. It's just been so hot. It's so hard to get out.
I know.
I mean, it was 97 degrees like most of the day here where I am. That was miserable.
Yeah. It got 99 here.
Well, now,
I believe that was 100% humidity too.
Yeah, actually, like, it was really bad because, like I said, we were like 4 hours at my aunt and uncle's. Barrett was mowing. I was basically just keeping them company inside. And then we left and I had to go to the grocery store and pick up some stuff. And we're in the grocery store and I'm like, we got to get a bag of ice. Got to get a small bag of ice. So we pick up that and he's like, what do you want a small bag of ice for? I had that bag of ice on the back of my neck, my back. I was like rolling down. We don't have air in our trucks. So that was my air conditioning for the day.
Yeah. Mine does, but it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Little Lone Prepper said they hit 101 today.
Yeah. Our feel like was above that, but
Ark Wildman, funny thing you say that. I actually was just talking to a neighbor and they asked me if I wanted emus and I said, nope, no way. I can't run fast enough with my back problems to get away from one of them things. I'm good.
Is an emu about as dangerous as an ostrich is?
I guess it would depend on the person you talk to, because some people love them and raise them as their babies, and then there's videos I've seen where they can run fast and chase you down.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon what I was talking about, from what I've seen and what I've heard, they could take that hoof and slice you open if they don't like you.
Oh, yeah. There we go. I was just going to say this, but they commented.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They raised their own there.
Yep.
Of course, one likes, they like to wear lipstick.
What, the emus or the girls?
The emus. Well, there's a thing behind it because somebody, Bunky, was helping with painting the chicken coop. and the chicken coop was red, and the emus got into the paint.
Uh-oh.
It looked like they had lipstick on.
Well, I was going to say, if I ever saw an emu with lipstick on, it'd take me back in the day I used to drink.
Yep, I just learned, like, as I'm a small homesteader, I only have 5 acres, so we actually have quite a bit of animals on very little land. So I have to be really cautious of what I'm adding onto the property here. Plus, with the flooding, I have to keep in consideration where I'm going to move these animals if it does flood. So, as a homesteader, I've learned some animals I just can't raise. Goats is one of them. Goats, I'm not a goat woman. I can't do it. I love the idea of having goats, but actually raising them, no, it's not for me. So you just have to know your limits and your abilities, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, now
I would get goats just to I wouldn't have to mow as much.
Yeah, I thought that too, Bushcraft, but the only thing they seem to want to eat are my blackberry bushes and blueberry bushes and things like that.
Oh yeah, that's
I'd have stew.
Yep. So, but that was kind of the idea. I wanted them purposely for milk and to be like lawnmowers, but no, that didn't work out.
Yeah.
You was talking about canning cream cheese. Can you also can goat cheese?
I'm not sure. I'm not very educational on the goat cheese and the goat milk and things like that. I know you can can other cheeses like your sharp cheddar cheese and things like that. You can, but I don't see why you couldn't do goat cheese. I don't know.
I got some a while back ago. I got to admit, that was some of the best cheese I think I ever ate.
Yeah, a lot of people like goat cheese.
Oh, don't get old. It's a trap. And my daddy always told me that. I thought he was kidding. No.
Yeah. That's told my son he's working 12 to 16-hour days, and I said, quit that, get away from that physical stuff and be a supervisor. Oh, I like the physical. I said, you won't when you get older.
Exactly.
You run your body. You just can't go and get a repair job on your body. It's once you wear it out, you're stuck with it.
Yep.
Yep, I'm learning that very hard lesson now.
Yeah.
Look there, Homestead Aquarius got jokes. Goat cheese is very Gouda.
Backwoods boy small engines. I've never seen them before.
Hey, nigger.
Hello.
Goat yogurt?
I never heard of it.
Yeah, I love goat cheese fudge. That's real good.
Well, I know after I got out of the hospital, my taste buds changed. Used to, you couldn't run fast enough to make me eat a bowl of grits. Now I love them.
Oh, I love grits.
And yogurt, no, I throw it at you. And now what I would advise is do not buy Walmart's brand of yogurt. If you do, buy you a straw.
Yeah, you'd be surprised the stuff that's in the Walmart milk. That is some of the nastiest, and they got so much more preservatives in that stuff, and it's
What?
really bad for you.
Yeah, I did a huge dive into milk production and all that stuff, and that's what really sold me on getting cows. The stuff that they put in the milk in our grocery stores, I was just livid. It was disgusting. I can't even believe it's legal to do what they do.
Yeah.
Well, now, Daddy, he used to drive a 18-wheeler and deliver milk. The one milk that he really liked was Seal Test, okay? And it had a creamier taste to it. Compared to milk you buy at the store now, it's just watered down food color. That's about all it is.
Oh yeah. That's
You
the whole milk is not really whole milk.
know?
2%. That's why everybody's doing the lactose intolerant stuff. I mean, there are people that are, but it's because of the chemicals they're putting in the milk that's doing it.
Yeah. Well, now,
not the milk.
Right. And you're basically drinking powdered bleach is what you're doing.
Well, no doubt. I think it was Crazy Irish. She got to talking about milk, and I told her about me with milk and everything. She told me to try Fire Life milk. And that milk I can drink and it not bother me nowhere near as bad as any other milk. It don't make me feel like I'm bloated or like I'm going to go to the bathroom.
I agree. Brooks Home's Sweet Home. She says, ice cream with fresh cream is amazing. I make it homemade now. That's all I do is make homemade ice cream because I'm keto. So like basically my whole diet includes nothing but home cooked stuff or homemade stuff.
There you go. That's the best you can get, period.
You know. Yeah, I went to the store to, the heavy cream, the whipping cream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was $5 for a little pint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
What? What happened there?
You should have been canning that stuff when all this happened. I can a lot of heavy whipping cream too.
You need to do a video, Jess, on how to can milk.
Oh, yeah.
But now Art Wildman said he made some, what was it, goat milk beer. He said that was some strong stuff.
I bet.
Goat milk beer.
I never heard of
it. Is that where you get the goat drunk and then you milk it? And
well, I know it's easier to get fresh cream from a goat than it is a cow. You can shake a goat before you milk them and get them cream. That's hard to do that with a cow.
Yeah, and then I seen I actually took a picture of it. It was the jars of yeast was over $8 for a jar of yeast. I mean, this was Bueller's, so it's probably $1 more than regular stores, but still, that was oof.
See, when I started doing all this, I started like my main things like coffee and yeast and flour and sugar. I stocked up those things. So I'm so stocked up on those things, I don't really have to buy them now. So I'm not checking the prices or looking at the prices in the store. Now I'm working on things like almond flour, the keto ingredients, the stevia and things like that I can stock up. So like, it's just amazing. Like when I hear you guys talking about the yeast or the sugar or whatever going up, or the cream, for instance, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did what I did when I did.
Yeah, because I'll do videos and I'll get these the naysayers or whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
That, it's just a waste of money to prep and this and that, and because I went and bought, this is probably 4 years ago or something. It was right before the mess happened. And I bought the big things of aluminum foil. And for one of those things that I for all of those I bought back then, they're charging for just one 72 or 75 yard aluminum foil.
It's crazy.
I mean, like that's how is that wasting money? I mean, I still haven't bought tinfoil, but that's going to suck when I have to eventually.
Well, now, normally when I buy tinfoil, I always buy the heavy duty, the thick stuff, because, and this is going to sound nasty, but don't like it till you try it. I like boiling my hamburger. You know, patty it out, put your onions and your spices in it, and throw it in boiling water. That's the juiciest hamburger you'll eat.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, or you could take, let's say, fish, wrap it up, throw it in some coals, cook it like that.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I have rolls of the heavy duty stuff that I usually don't use unless it's for something like that, or like if I'm lining something that for dripping, like my smoker I just got, I put it on certain things so I don't have to clean it every time.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I tried to explain. I said, well, if I go and buy 10 pounds of hamburger in 2019, and then 2 years later I'm using that hamburger, what's the price of that hamburger in 2 years?
Right.
And well, what's the price of it now? And the thing is, right now, we're not seeing the big price, even though it's real high, but we're not seeing the big prices now because the people who are raising the cows and stuff are feeding them with that real expensive, the price has gone up on feed. So once those things come to market, the price is going to go through the roof.
Right.
Because feed is so expensive now.
And that's why we were focusing so much on trying to get feed out for the animals this year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, and I forgot. What kind of corn is it?
It's field corn.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was going to ask. Is it field corn or eaten corn?
No, it's field corn, and it's actually open pollinated, and it's from an old Amish family.
Okay.
That they keep generating every year. I didn't want to go to mainstream or wherever to get corn. I wanted to make sure it was in a family for years and years. So I sought out that, and I finally found it. So I was really happy.
Yeah, that stuff they got now because you'll drive past them and they'll say this seed was modified for this and that, and oh, it doesn't need pesticides because we bred it out of it. And that's not how it was supposed to be made. It's made.
Well, now,
right.
Go ahead, Jeff.
How long will yeast last if you store it in the freezer? I think Terry Christ said that she keeps hers in the freezer and it lasts her for a long time.
Oh yeah, you always.
Is there an expiration date?
I don't know. I mean, I keep mine in the freezer too, and I've had yeast in there for at least 3 years, and it's still.
You can tell. I mean, when you make it, if you go in and you have to mix it with the warm water and you let it set, if it doesn't get the foamy froth to it, then it's no good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
see, I've never used yeast
when it's activated or whatever they call it.
I have never used yeast. I've cheated.
Yeah, you can make your own and stuff. You can do the sourdough thing. Have you done the sourdough thing? The sourdough?
I have in the past before my keto days.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that, would you? Okay.
Nope. Nope. Now, let me make this clear because some people get confused on this. So, just because I am keto does not mean that if when shit hits the fan, that I won't eat potatoes or corn or whatever. I'm not going to starve. Like, I'm going to eat those. I don't care. I still stock those up. I still can them. My family, they eat that food, so it's not like it's just sitting on the shelves forever and ever. But I just want to make that clear. If it comes down to it and I have to eat a potato or corn, I will, so I don't starve.
Now, you had mentioned something when you said potato that rung a bell. A lot of people, I'm going to say around my age now, when they eat potatoes, it gives them indigestion real bad. That's the reason they don't can potatoes. The best way I found is I'll go in there and I'll dice up my potatoes or whatever, and I will dry can them. I'll go ahead and put them in the jar, no water, no nothing, and go ahead and do it. I forgot exactly what the time is, but when you pull them out, the water that's down there, they come out of the potatoes. And then after they cool off, all that cloudiness, it's on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That right there, that's what gives you indigestion real bad. So you got a choice. You can either pull the potatoes out and leave the starch in there, or eat starch too. And since I've been doing it like that, I've not had no problem with acid reflux.
Good to know.
And if you want to know how to do it, go to Old and New. I think it's Homestead. May be wrong with that, but the name I know. That's how I learned it.
Well, it's been an hour. You want to say your last word, your piece, like what you got coming up and all that stuff?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What I've
we
got
don't want to hear from Jeff anyway.
I'm like, I don't know what I have coming up. Really, I don't even. Today is what, Wednesday. So hopefully I'll get a couple videos out this week. But the next time I will be live is Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern
Okay.
Standard Time for the Monday reset. So
Okay.
that's what will be up next.
Hey, I wish it would rain. Play that one.
Hey, behave over there. Okay, we'll be over at Jeff's tomorrow, and we're going at 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because we moved from 3 o'clock and we're moving to 7. That way, we get more time out in the garden.
There you
go. I want to thank everybody for dropping in. Thank you, mods, for keeping the riffraff out, and thank you, Jess. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right. Thank you.